All right,
So, welcome to Should Have Turned Left. For the first time, we've got 4 people in here and
4 people
trying to mic share, so this should be interesting. I'm Ben, Canadianized on the forums, at the Canadianized on Twitter.
I'm Riley, Spartan IR63 on the forums.
I'm Pete, Truxio on the forums.
I'm Noah, NPE9 on Twitter.
Nice.
This is going double speed. Now this is going double speed. Let's remember this time.
Man, you're bad at that whole double speed thing, man.
Right? You really need to get this whole double speed thing down. So anyway, here we have... So today I'm playing Convergence. I took the Armory objective, but we're playing Outflank, whatever that one is.
Survivor.
Right, Survivor, that thing. So I'm playing Iron Mother with her and her Exponent Servitors, Double Prime Axiom, Diffuser, Corollary, Attunement Servitors, Reflex Servitors, Accretion Servitors, and an Optifex Directive. So a pretty light on the model count here.
Yep. So I'm Noah Evans, and today I'm playing Cryx, and I'm playing the opposite list of Pete here. So I'm running Biles, Satyxis Raiders.
Who's your Warcaster?
Wraith Witch Deneghra. This is a test list to see if I can use her feat effectively. And also 2 Nightwretches, 3 Soul Trappers, 1 Necrotech being proxied by a Death Ripper.
The gray Death Ripper in the back is a Necrotech.
Yes. And 2 Desecrators.
No objective, so those don't matter. Yay!
So basically, my thought here is, I chose my list before I knew the scenario. I just really enjoy playing the double Axiom Iron Mother.
Yeah, did you just try to port over your Mark II list?
Yes, I did. So obviously, I don't have the theme anymore, so I don't get like free points and extra stuff. So that part of it kind of sucked. I didn't get AD for all my servitors, stuff like that. But so it's like at least one less set of servitors, and no AD on the servitors except for the reflex. So I should have just taken a bunch of reflex.
Yeah, and something we learned before the game started is Iron Mother does not start with their servitors in play anymore.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. I had to reread her card like 3 or 4 times. So now it's still the whole thing where if she doesn't have 2 in play, put 1 in play, but she does not start with them in play.
Yeah.
So it essentially takes her 2 turns to get both of her
To get both out. So turn 1, she drops 1. Turn 2, she drops 2nd.
And when does she drop them?
Control phase.
Control phase. Oh, okay. Is it just in formation or
completely within 2?
Completely within 2? Okay. Oh, so that's not too bad. So by turn 1, you shouldn't have one of them die anyways.
Right, exactly. So especially when you're going first. So my whole thing is that every time I'm going to play against Cryx, I'm going to bring Jax. So like my Iron or my daddy list, my Father Lucan list is going to have at least 2 units of heavy infantry. So then he might have had some soul mechanics to work from. So I'm always going to drop the Iron Mother with double axe against Cryx.
And I think that being the kind of an outside person into this battle looking in, that would be one of the first things I realized is Warwitch Deneghra really likes her souls.
Right.
This list offers essentially no souls.
Right.
And so Warwitch Deneghra is already on the lower hand there because she doesn't get that extra soul, that extra focus that she can use to cast things.
But again, his other list is going to be Gorshade 1.
I mean, yes.
So
this wouldn't be a list
no matter
you
what
drop
I'm going to
into
do,
it.
no matter what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this list because it denies souls. Because all of Cryx wants souls.
This is what I have. Soul Trappers, they're super easy to kill. What is the soul collection range on Deneghra otherwise?
It's
like
cold
2
soul,
inches.
so it's 2 inches.
It's only 2 inches?
Yeah.
So because of how easy Soul Trappers are to kill, do you really think that's a viable strategy in other games? Because Soul Trappers only collect enemy, right?
Yes,
They
only
collect enemy. And
So how do you protect them?
Most of the time, what you want to do is
What
you
are
want
they,
to
Def
make.
11?
I think they
11 or
die
12?
to a stiff breed.
Yeah, Def 11, armor 13 or something, or weaker than that?
No, it's weaker than that. And almost anything kills them. They die to any
Yeah,
sort
and
of
single
blast damage.
wound.
Right.
No
But-
incorporeal, no stealth, nothing.
Oh, yeah. But the main thing is that they're there. You want to threat saturation with a lot of Cryx.
They're 1 point solos.
And so if you're running tons and tons of infantry, and especially Biles, I think Biles are the things that scare people the most.
Yeah.
And if you're running armor cracking, you're going to be using Bane Warriors, and they really scare people. And so odds are your Soul Trappers are going to be the last thing that people kill.
I'm not frightened by Bane Warriors anymore. at all.
Since they lost stealth, they're
Since they're slow,
victim stats.
lost stealth, lost tough.
Yeah, and as somebody playing, I'm a Protectorate player. As somebody who likes to run a lot of jacks, I run a lot of armor.
Yeah.
I don't. I see Bane Warriors and I don't go, oh no, Bane Warriors. I see Bane Warriors and I go,
Yeah.
it's gonna
I'm
take
just gonna stay 9 inches away.
It's essentially the same thing as what people say when they
8.5?
see when they see bastions.
Did they get
8.1.
They're one.
They're 1 inch melee.
Oh, they're 1 inch.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
It's the
So
same
I'm gonna
thing that
stay
people say
9.1
when they see
inches away.
Bastions now. They say, oh, bastions, you can hit kind of hard, but you're only speed 4. You're never gonna get into the fight.
Well, no, but the thing is that you can't just take Bane Warriors as is.
Oh, sure,
You
they gotta
have-
take their support. Yeah.
Well, no, not their support. You have to take a caster that makes them work well. So
So
you need
an occultation caster.
you need an occultation caster. I love them with Sturgis, but I love Knights more
Ah,
because I
Yeah.
can pull 3.
I think everybody
Yeah.
likes Knights more. To
Exactly.
Be fair.
Yeah.
Vengeance.
Knights are good.
Right.
This in this iteration.
But also, Gore 1 actually spawns them after he moves 3 inches in front of him, and then they can charge. So then you're looking at a pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
Gore
yeah, it
1
turns out
is-
any unit's good when you don't pay points for them.
Yeah,
Gore
Gore
1 just breaks the game anyways.
Yeah.
Gore 1
Oh,
and like
Shade 1
there were so
Rex,
many
mangled metal
yeah,
tournaments.
Yeah.
and
Oh,
like mangled metal or low point journeyman stuff like that. You know.
That's
I'm gonna
why.
go ahead
That's why I'm gonna go ahead and be a stickler about the new journeyman rules. New battle boxes or nothing.
Right. Yeah.
That's a very smart idea to do. 'Cause
Yeah, I agree.
in Mark II, there were a lot of ways you could break the game.
Oh,
in
good
Mangled
lord.
Metal, in Protectorate, you
Well-
could bring Resnick 1 in tier with 3 Reckoners, which is just stupid good.
Mangled metal is different from journeyman though.
True.
It is true, but
So my first turn, I trampled up both Axioms so I could still drop a servitor. So
They
I
can't
did.
drop when they run.
They cannot drop when they run because it's at end of normal movement.
Oh.
End
Okay.
of normal movement. So you will see me doing a lot of retconning because and Noah is nice enough to allow it because I often will move up my Jack or my Axiom and be all excited about what it's doing and then forget to drop the servitor. So thank you, Noah.
No, not a problem.
I also let him back up on a few things, but not worrying about that. So my whole thing was that I've got an Axiom on each, basically, so that on next turn I can get into both the zones. That's the idea, is getting into the zones early with both the Axioms.
Yeah, colossals and zones are still really good contesting pieces.
Right.
especially when the opponent doesn't have a whole lot of armor cracking to the list.
Right. I mean, he's got
Yeah.
he's got the Bane Riders, and he's got Curse of Shadows for -2 armor, and he's got a bunch of dudes with feedback.
Yeah.
And he did a lot of proxy tokening things, trying to keep out of my my. He was just going to hang back and stay out of my counter charge range, and instead just ran to engage. So
Yep.
I mean, either tactic is fairly legit, but the reflex can actually control pretty well if you can't get all the way up there.
Yes.
So there's a couple there that I might have done a counter charge, but he also did the whipping winds thing, so he's immune to blast.
Yes.
So
Which that kind of nullifies.
that kind of nullifies their ability because it's a 4-inch AOE. If you miss, which I'm hitting on a 9, it's a 4-inch AOE, which would be great at PAL 7, armor 12 or 11 models. But if they ignore blast, it does nothing. So I just kind of left him there and said, "Hey, deal with these."
Wow, I clicked a button on my soundboard because I realized I had Phantom Power on, and that's a weird sound wave, so I may cut something out.
Okay.
That's a little weird.
There hasn't been commentary in this. Don't worry about it.
No.
What
no.
commentary?
Exactly.
No, it's
I
all
was
good.
interested with the double Desecrator build because I know they went to 10-inch range as opposed to 9, and they're still 4-inch AOE with a Scather.
Oh
but-
god, they have a 4-inch Scather?
Yeah.
That is solid.
Well, how many points are they?
They're 14.
That's also pretty
cheap,
good.
dude.
Man,
Yep, and the
Cryx
main-
jacks are so cheap.
I know. What the heck?
They're what 12-18s, so they're not very
So
heavy.
they're glass
for heavies.
cannons, but still, when you
And
can
they're
bring
only-
3 of them for the
The
cost of a
clams
lot
are
of people's
the
two?
clams are 12s.
Yeah.
The other ones are these are the clams are all Pathfinder and steady. They're still steady, right?
Yes, they can be knocked
Mark
out.
II they were steady, so they're they're Pathfinder and Steady.
Oh, there goes a Bane.
There goes a Bane
Rider. Go sticky tack.
So I'm pretty sure that Noah was already pretty aware that his Bane or his Biles weren't going to do much in this game, because I've never seen Biles move that aggressively. But I mean, it's seriously like I've got like an Axiom and stuff, so I'm like, power 12 sprays. I don't really care. And there goes that Bane is all the way off.
He's entirely off the base.
All the way off the base now.
Yeah.
Sticky tack.
I did my best early to try to lock down his arc nodes, but later in the game, I'm like, because he was hiding the Scrap Thrall / Death Ripper in the back, and I was like, holy crap, where'd that arc node come from? But then I remembered it was a Scrap Thrall. Right. Necrotech, sorry. Necrotech.
Yeah.
Wait, don't Necrotechs come with free scraps anymore?
Not anymore.
No.
Not anymore?
They're
Not
just 2
anymore.
points.
Oh.
Yep.
Man.
Yep.
Come on, this is Cryx we're talking about. They took
Sorry.
away all of the
I'm
Christmas
still-
Day things for Cryx.
I'm still kind of
right?
still catching up on stuff.
When you
from
go,
Mark
yeah,
III.
well,
That's right, I am
Mark III tournaments. So obviously everybody knows Mark II. Cryx was at least 1/3 of the field.
Right.
More than that.
Yeah. So basically,
that's
right
why
now,
I say at least. In Mark III, it's surprising when Cryx shows up.
Really.
Yeah, because a lot of Mark III now is you see a lot of Ret, you see a lot of Khador, you see
You
a
see
lot of
Signar,
Legion, you see
Legion.
a lot of Signar,
Circle's doing well.
Circle's doing well. Yeah.
Wasn't there a recent tournament in Mark III that
Oh
had
my
like
god!
3
The
Cryx
final-
players or
Yeah.
something like that? Two out of 3 were Cryx or something. And
Yeah.
then another one where it was a bunch of Scorn players. Like it was just a freaky outlier of a tournament.
But those tournaments were also in.
They were
if I
tiny,
remember,
tiny,
they were
tiny
kind
tournaments.
of in strange meta. tournaments
They're in
that-
Scandinavia, I think.
I think if I remember right, the one where the Scorned one, that was the Welsh Masters that
Ah.
they
That
did
sounds
well
about
there,
right.
and so it's kind of a. Anybody from Wales, if you're watching this, you're not in strange meta, but you're just not as big as, say, like the big tournaments that happen here in the United States, where you get
Yeah.
a lot of players.
So this
I
was
should see if I have any Welsh. I have
This was a fun
viewing
one here.
from Jamaica.
nice. Yeah. This is a fun one here because I got that. I dropped
The Shrapnel Swarm, right?
No, this is the -2 def, the alchemical
Flare?
thing. So it's the flare. So it's -2 def, but now it removes stealth. I don't think. Yeah. It removes stealth.
You didn't notice that on your Reckoner?
I knew the Reckoner did it. I didn't realize
Yeah.
that was the same rule that he had
Yeah.
on that.
They
All
all-
Flare has
I
changed to
was
remove stealth.
Yeah, I was bummed that the flare was reduced to a 3-inch instead of a 4-inch AOE. So that kind of bummed me out. But luckily, I could get close enough that it almost couldn't deviate off my intended target. And you can see, well, you actually can't really. I don't know if you can't really see when it's uploaded. I'm using knockdown tokens for the def down, so it's just pointing downwards. So they're just -2 def.
It works.
Shrapnel Swarm comes later.
Yeah.
Spoilers. So
As long as
right?
you don't spoil the game.
we can't spoil the whole game.
Scorn
No.
wins.
And we didn't have them today.
So on this one, I actually forgot to fire his Excella Spiker at all, which are now raw 5, which is kind of amazing.
the?
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
stupid. Base raw 5.
Holy
They're-
You sit here and fire shots
crap.
across the
They're
table.
range 11,
ridiculous.
raw 5.
Wow.
Well, because they used to be auto fire 3, but raw 2, so you could spend
So spend to get
spend a focus.
spend
you
one
could
to
do
get
6
6
shots. Now it's
So-
just flat raw 5
What?
on the Excel Spiker.
Yeah. Okay. I guess with Auto Fire 3, the reload rule doesn't really allow for
Right.
that.
Well, the thing is,
Exactly,
it's
so-
range 11 POW
11.
11. So
Is it AOE?
Oh, it's range 13 POW 11. Sorry.
range 13 POW 11?
Direct
It
shot,
does a
direct shot.
fantastic job of clearing out infantry. To be fair,
Yes.
because I mean,
Well, it's particularly on feet turn
it
when
is
they're
limited
all
on
rat 8.
Convergence, so
Well, with Mom,
depending on what your rat is.
they're all
That's
mat
true.
5, rat 5 for
Until
most
feet.
until feet turn.
then they're what, rat 8?
Yeah, mat rat 8. So this one right here was I moseyed up one of her exponent servitors and then arced a shrapnel swarm in there. So I tagged one of the def down people and then shrapnel swarmed all of the rest. So that was 4 of them in one shot.
Yep. Yeah, that was 4 Staxies.
4 or 5. Yeah, 4.
Yeah.
Anytime you can pick up that many models from one
Worth
attack,
One 4-inch AOE.
it's without a doubt worth it. Me and Ben were having this conversation not too long ago with Sevi 2 being able to cast Ashes to Ashes for free. Like,
Yeah.
he's not spending any focus, he's picking up at least 2 models.
Yeah. No, that's
at
dirty.
least 4 models.
Well, if he casts
you do
it
it right.
once. Yeah,
Oh, if he casts it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like boosting to hit. For 4 focus, you're or for 4 focus, you can get a minimum of 4 models.
And if you do the best that you can, you're picking up 8 models.
Yeah.
That's silly.
For
It
4
is silly.
focus.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, attack AoEs at Shrapnel Storm is still puncture, right? Just auto point?
It's an auto point. That's the thing is it's a PAL 13 on the model for hit first, but then the puncture bypasses the warding thing they have for no blast, so it just does the auto point, so they just die.
Oh, that's
So,
gross.
That's one.
So I wasn't paying attention to the video. Did you pre-measure the AoE, get the max, or did you just go, that one looks good, and smack
honestly, I eyeballed it because I kind of knew.
Yeah.
Based on where his models were,
it? Yep.
there was no better
Fair.
place to drop it. So
Because
Ray
Mark II.
right.
Yeah.
So once again, there's one of those ones where I'm dropping a late Reflex Servitor.
On that note, pre-measure. When you're moving your troops, you can also measure the AoE distance. And
Yes, no, and I'll keep that in mind. I think that was me. So let's see, what else was I doing? Oh yeah, I was trying to arrange myself so that I could get multiple models in my front arc for drag purposes, or a single model for drag purposes.
Yeah.
Where's the Bane leader model? And
The
I did
Bile?
not notice.
He's
No,
on the bottom of the screen,
Bane.
Noah's far left flank.
far left flank. Oh, the guy that fell over was the leader,
Yes.
and I didn't notice when he got picked back up.
Yeah. Hey, pay
Yeah.
attention to your channel, bro.
Hey, there's other stuff going on. He's kind of off in the corner.
Left. We don't talk about the game. We talk about whatever we want. Get out of here.
Sadly true.
Keep drinking, Riley. Keep drinking. So no, it was good times. So yeah, I did notice that his leader was way in the back there, so that's why I chose to drag that one. So get him out of formation, so he's a little less dangerous. I don't have to worry about him too much. However, I dragged him in, did the single point to him, but then missed him in melee, and I was just like, and I didn't have any more focus on him, so I was just like, well, that sucks.
Yeah. Whatever. He's out of formation. He can't attack you anyways.
And I'm already in the zone. I don't really care. So that was my primary objective, was to just plot both the prime axioms in the zones.
And now he's blocking charge lanes for no models that have a charge lane.
Exactly. So I mean, it's.
Now he's blocking.
I do think I throw some servitors out front just to block charge lanes, just because of reasons. You did a great job of like picking off all my little servitors. Like, I kept dropping servitors and you kill them, and drop servitors and kill them.
Yeah. Well,
But hey, free servitors. I don't really care if you kill them.
well, no. This army is definitely aimed more at killing infantry.
Right. No, I mean with Hellmouth is still such a dirty spell, because it's still the 3-inch drag range.
Yeah.
And then everything takes a POW 12. That's just so good.
Yep, everything within 3 inches gets pushed 3 inches directly towards, then you center a 3-inch AoE, and then it's all POW 12, no blast, and I love Wormwood.
Right. Yeah. Fuck you. Don't you have Hellmouth and Stranglehold?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you're.
And Curse of Shadows.
See, those really the first two for me is the reason that it's such a dick move, because you have now he's magic ability 7 instead of 6.
Yeah.
And you have Stranglehold and Hellmouth, so you have anti-infantry and anti-single.
But you realize 2 of Wormwood's 5 spells are also in Noah's list right now.
It's the feat.
Yeah,
That's
but
what makes Wormwood so much better than Deneghra. Is
I was
because
gonna say but Deneghra sucks.
Wormwood feats and my army can't do anything. Deneghra feats and I go, okay, my jacks play on 2 focus instead of 3.
And your infantry are a little messed up?
I feel that Deneghra needed to be more aggressive. Is there a reason you really held her so far back?
Well, the real hypothesis that this list is testing is whether or not her feat is useful if you play her way in the back, because you have arc nodes. She's not gonna beat up anything herself. And so what you want to do is
She has a 12-inch threat range on a charge with a POW 12 weapon, or POW 12 or 13 weapon.
Yeah, but she dies to
And
anything.
it does placement?
Yes, the placement is nice, but I'm not going to place either of those axioms. And if I get her anywhere near those, what do you think is going to happen? Yeah.
Fair enough.
Does Deneghra still go in corp every other turn?
Yes.
Every other
And I
turn.
use that a lot, actually.
Well, I would hope so.
Yes. Yeah.
I did have well, that's one of the reasons that I brought the Steamroller Objective Armory is because I can give more stuff, magical weapons.
But no objectives, and hooray, I don't
No
have to create
objectives,
that one.
but I still have an Optifex Directive, but they pretty much just hung in the back and did repairs. So I dropped.
Optifex can still tune up for magic, though, right?
No.
What?
Wait, tune up for magic?
Because, well, the Optifex directives, they were the one, like, they could give...
No, they can still do repair, pathfinder, magic weapons.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
Yeah.
Repair, I thought you were like tune up my magic attacks. I don't know what you're.
Oh, no, tune up for
What do you
magic
mean?
weapons.
Okay, no.
I know, tune up is a different ability.
Yes, they
my
can
bad.
do. They can do those. Still do those same three things.
Yeah.
So here's a lot of running to engage, because I wanted to. I put a reflex servitor next to each of his arc nodes.
Yeah.
I think at this point I'd already knocked out the cortex on the arc node behind the wall.
You hit it with something to knock out the cortex, if I remember.
I don't remember what though.
Actually, that might have been the bile.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's next turn.
Yeah.
So right now, I dropped the. So I got the attunement on my right flank. So I dropped the flare on the stalker, and then I managed to shoot it with the reroll on the lucky homing spike ripper thing, and did a bunch of damage.
Yeah,
I spiked high on the damage on the stalker, and did a bunch of damage to it.
Oh,
Yeah, blew its arm off on the first roll. It still does stuff, but not as much as it would have, I think. I don't know, what was your plan with the stalker on the flank there?
The stalker, well,
Because there's an axiom in the way, so what's your plan?
well, the plan was to run behind the axiom.
Ah,
And so because you had all that juicy stuff in the back line.
I did have a bunch of support. I have a ton of support in this list.
Right. And so he was going to go and jump and do a lot of stuff, but then you blew his arm off, and so he just sort of flailed around.
Holy crap, dude. That was amazing. I almost lost my beer. All right. So, anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to have to cut to the camera video for that.
A few seconds there. Yeah, there's. Yeah. Woo! All right. So, then there was. That was great. So now you load up the stalker with its one gimpy arm.
Yep.
And you walk around and do stuff. And the Attunement Servitor doesn't have a melee weapon, so he just cruises.
Yeah.
And then hops, and I forgot about the friggin' hop and all that.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, do you have me melee? And I'm like, no, you only have one guy in melee. And he's like, no, I'm gonna jump. And I'm like, oh, god damn it.
Yeah.
So yeah, and he spends a focus and hops back into my back lines, and I'm very sad.
You're forgetting rules, just a total.
Oh man, it's awful.
Well, let me rant for a second here. Everyone complains about how...
This should have turned left.
Yeah.
We talk over each other anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
All the
everyone
time.
complains about how much Cryx got nerfed.
Because they did.
They kind of
Yeah,
did.
but they brought back Bounding League for Stalkers.
Not brought back. They always had it. didn't
No, they lost it in Mark
They
II.
lost it in Mark II.
Oh, they
Yeah.
did lose it.
They didn't have it in Mark II.
I don't remember any bounding stalkers in Mark II.
Yeah, okay.
They
fair.
didn't have it in Mark II. They had it in Mark I and Mark III.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
that's the thing with Mark III is they did a lot of stuff where they brought back stuff from Mark I.
Yeah,
They
they
brought
did.
back stuff from the Mythic Age of Mark I.
Like,
Whenever
for
you
instance-
had flying Khador Dracoons.
Flying Dracoons.
Yeah,
Oh,
flying
God.
Dracoons. Like well, they brought back Morgul II's feet, the blind feet.
Yeah.
Morgul 2 got blind back.
Well,
Servat
once they made it
Resnick got
shakeable, they
his-
kind of saw that.
got his
They did.
brand
They did make
heresy
it
back.
shakeable, but
Yeah.
they make
Okay,
it.
so back to Noah's rant.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so...
rant away.
Yeah, so Cryx still has a lot of really interesting game with stuff that they can do. And I think the Stalker is probably one of... The Stalker and the new Ripjaw are two of the most scary things.
Well, the Ripjaw's been around for a while.
But
The
no,
Ripjaw has
Ripjaw's...
powerful attack with
No, Ripjaw's
Oh,
completely
yeah.
different. Completely different.
Oh wow.
It's no
Okay.
longer
Frickin'
star
terrifying.
armor piercing. It's powerful attack, and if you critical armor piercing.
Oh wow.
So if you crit armor pierce, the damage is already boosted.
That's solid.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty
Now,
good.
so imagine that with
terrifying.
Dark Guidance.
Yeah, but do you have any Rip Trails?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, is Dark Guidance boosted or additional?
Additional. So that's
Oh,
4
God.
dice.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That
So
additional wording instead of
yeah.
boosted.
Right?
It's so great.
yeah. So imagine 4 dice on a Prime Axiom, critical armor piercing, on Scar's feet, and then you've got some work done.
Oh,
How
this
many
is
Rip
one of
Trails
those
do you
ones
own,
where
and how many Rip Trails are you going to
so
buy?
he
I have 2. I'm going to have 6.
Sounds appropriate.
Yes. Yeah. Scar 1.
That's like buying 7 hunters for Kara Sloan.
right?
Power up.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, whatever.
Yeah.
So here's an interesting one: is he drops that he purges to
Yep.
kill a reflex that's tying up his arc node, and it kills 2 Satxis in the process.
Yes.
And I think it knocked out his head.
Yep. No,
And
that
the
was
other
really
one-
poor positioning on
The
my
other
part.
one behind the wall, he purged to take out the reflex server and,
And
knocked
took
out
out
its
the
arc,
cortex.
or took out his
His
cortex.
cortex.
That's right.
No, the
Oh,
arc node stayed.
crap.
The arc node stayed, but
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
your purging needs some work.
yes, my purging does need work. Well,
I
the
think
biles
my
were
I think my
lonely.
positioning on the
They
reflex
couldn't-
servitors was amazing.
Well, they couldn't puke on anything, so they were like, "Well, what can we do?"
Right.
We could just blow up our own war jets.
Yes.
So here he
Do the
runs.
Soul Trappers have a melee range?
Yes.
They do. They're 0.5. They're
Yeah.
they're mat
so
5 power
here's
8.
me returning
Fancy
the
that.
favor.
Power.
So,
Power 8.
so I'm running the
impressive.
Soul Trappers to
Isn't it?
engage his servitors.
Like,
Kind of
Yeah.
any
Yeah.
support piece, to be honest.
And
Basically,
and those are
well,
both the
1 point
reflex
solos.
servitors.
1 point
Yes,
solos,
they
you know.
are.
And so they're not countercharging
No,
anything.
that's an attunement.
Oh, one's an attunement.
So the top is an attunement. The lower
Yeah.
one is a reflex.
Yeah.
He engaged the reflex.
So you
Just let
engage
you-
the
Yeah.
reflex. That's all you really care about.
yeah.
Yep.
So
And
here comes the. I knew this was coming.
Yeah. Here comes the arc node.
This is the arc node. Curse of Shadows.
Yeah.
You know, Def 9.
Yeah.
Not snakes to hit. That whole thing. And then the subsequent Satyxis charge to get a bunch of feedback damage. But luckily, he's only got 5 total Satyxis left.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
and they
I
lost
wonder.
power swell.
Yeah.
But still, charging with Curse of Shadows, their dice minus 7 and 8
Yes.
on their respective
Well,
weapons.
they have some damage on.
So he just does the
Yeah.
charge attack with the lacerator, dice minus 7. You're pretty damn sure you're going to do a point to my caster,
Yeah.
and you're going to do some damage to the jack.
And to
Yep.
be fair,
Yep.
if it was any other faction except for Convergence, because all Convergence casters just have an insane amount of boxes.
They do. They're pretty.
Is
beefy.
Lucant still at 20?
Yeah.
Lucan's still at 20.
Yeah,
I think she's got like 18.
Oh,
If it's
Good
any
lord.
other faction,
She's a 15-15, but she's got a ton of boxes.
this
Yeah.
this turns a whole. Becomes a whole lot scarier because if you're running
Yeah,
a
if
caster
you're running
that only,
Kane
if you're running
with
a caster that
14
only has
boxes.
14 boxes,
Yeah.
you deal 5 boxes of damage.
It's a big
on
deal.
The backlash. You just get a third of his boxes. You know, Convergence can kind of tank that and be like, oh yeah, I'm Iron Mother. I have 18 boxes. Whatever. I don't care. You know.
And you can see I'm also, this turn I've also started moving my stuff to my left, to the top of the screen towards the zone. Because I mean, because he's already kind of low on models on that flank because I killed so many Satyxis,
Yeah.
Yep.
which gets really entertaining next turn.
Yep. No, it was a huge mistake on my part not to block a trample with my other arc node.
Yes.
So what I should have done there was run the other arc node with the blown cortex.
This-
Well, walked because I can't run. But
Right.
walk the other arc node in and block the trample.
This is interesting because you'll see at the end of the turn. I'll point it out when I see the spacing is correct. It'll be fun. But anyway, what else are you doing to me this turn?
I think these are still the Satyxis.
Yeah, we're
these
still
are-
on this.
Okay, this is a whole lot of Satyxis rolls.
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts? You didn't really play in Mark II, did you?
No, not much.
So, what are your thoughts on the Satyxis? Because I know what they were in Mark II.
No, I
So what are your thoughts?
I
Yeah.
went back and
Discussion.
looked, and I think that across the board, all the infantry got nerfed to make the jacks better. And so Satyxis,
That's a fair statement.
and so what Satyxis do now is they're the things that are very hard to shoot. And so
So they're your jam unit.
yeah, they're your jam unit.
Which I think they always were. I think they were jam units in Mark II.
They're Def 14
They were just
base.
a lot faster.
Yeah, they were a whole lot faster because they had you could desperate pace them in Mark II. If I remember.
You could have a 16. You could have AD with a 16-inch run.
Yeah, and so
they're 22 inches upboard.
Yeah, they're halfway across the board.
From deployment.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think not playing Cryx in Mark II a whole lot is actually greatly to your advantage right now.
Because you're not salty like every other Cryx player in the world sitting here saying,
Yeah.
I wish Cryx was still Mark II. Shut up.
Yeah, right?
And you're
Go
still
play Circle.
but not just that.
We
you're
all
fresh
love
enough
Circle
to the
around
faction
here.
You get to. I know, I love it. But yeah, being fresh to Cryx, just you're able to find or able to work out what their new play style and everything else is going to be a bit easier.
I think that's something that's definitely a boon for any new Mark III players.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For all of us who have played
And
a little bit longer, we have a very set kind of way we like to play, and that doesn't quite work as much anymore in Mark
we're
III.
extremely biased coming from Mark II.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
So Mark III is actually great in that respect, in that people that playing for the first time, they're like, these are really cool, and we're like, yeah, but they were so much better before.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better. It's better to come at it from your perspective. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
would
not
say
just
that
that, you're also
across the
going,
board.
this worked in Mark II, why does it
Don't-
not work in
don't-
Mark III?
Don't be salty, bro. Don't be salty.
I will be salty about my zealots. They haven't come out of the bag since Mark III.
So once again, oh, my stuff was so much better in Mark II.
Exactly.
So yeah, no, it's no.
Hey,
yeah.
I have the Bradigus theme force painted.
That's
I
right.
have not pulled Bradigus out. I have not pulled any of the light wolves out.
That's
My
that's
heavy wolves for that have been used as proxies.
Yeah.
The
Okay,
Guardians.
that's pretty funny.
That's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, here it is. Wait, what? Oh no.
No,
never
no,
mind.
this is Saxon's
Backing
about
up.
to go in and not get stomped on.
Okay,
Saxon Orrik.
Yeah.
Saxon just runs to engage a dude. So okay, right there, that move right there. So you can see the two. So he's got 3 of the Soul Trappers all on the line there.
Yep.
The bottom 2,
Yeah.
he has about 5 and an 1/8 inch between them.
Yeah,
Son
no,
of a-
if
So
I,
the whole
if I just
time-
moved up a little
Yeah,
bit,
move it to the right a little
Yeah.
bit.
You
You
know,
block
just-
that
you would-
trample.
If he
Yeah.
had moved either one a hair to
Yeah.
the left or right, there's no trample lane.
yep,
But I took my 5-inch measure and I went dink. I can
Yep.
drop there.
yep.
I'll actually
Oh,
put
that's
down
brutal.
I'll put down a
Yeah.
proxy base in a second here, so you could see. But no, that was fun.
So this is worth noting. If you notice here, I'm I'm running the
Bane.
You're
Knight.
running your Cav, yeah.
Yeah, I ran them into into combat so that the Axiom couldn't shoot them.
Well,
You know what? Fair enough.
Yeah.
Not a bad
shot
plan.
to death, so
Yep.
it puts
Yeah.
him to get beaten to death.
Yep.
Not just that, but now there's models that you can't get dragged past.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. That's the thing is he actually did a good job. I don't know if it was inadvertent or not, but you did block a lot of good drag lanes.
No, I was trying to block drags. If you noticed, I didn't go up that far in the beginning because
True.
I knew that
Yeah.
the drag patrol was coming.
Bro.
Right.
I like it.
Yeah.
I
and
did have 4 drags a turn. So
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And so I didn't want my
Newbie.
knights in drag. So
You're used to playing with Reapers, so
yes, yeah, no, I'm all about blocking the drag.
But no,
lane.
that's where the wall really worked to his advantages. That I couldn't drag stuff over the wall because I was eyeballing the Bane Knight. I was eyeballing that other Arc Node. I was eyeballing all kinds of stuff, looking for drag lanes.
Yeah, you completely whiffed because you were trying to get the guy in the open. I think you finally got one of the arc node.
I got the Arc Node on my left side.
Yeah.
The one that my tape measure's near now. I got that one eventually.
Yeah.
So right there, I don't know
this is
what the
the,
hell I'm measuring.
This
Oh,
is
that's
the, am I debating to trample? Can
yes,
I trample?
that was a lot of
can
trampling.
trample!
Yes, this is
5
the
inches. It works.
that was
Yep.
the exciting thing. And then a second here, I'll put down the proxy base because trampling is sketchy. Trampling is sketchy,
Oh,
especially with a huge base. Trampling is sketchy as fuck.
I feel
And
to
the
be honest,
Axiom is
anything with
speed
the
5?
space is sketchy.
Yeah.
True. My initial thought was actually to just do a power attack sweep under feet, which would have killed all them. But with the trample, it's better because then I get to kill the soul trappers.
Yeah, I get to buy attacks for that
Yeah,
stuff.
and then I get to buy more attacks. Also, I'm hooray for Fallout shirt today.
War.
What?
Fallout.
War never changes.
Oh.
War never changes.
Yeah.
Colossal's just trampling all over the board. It's the worst.
Right? It is
I
the
know,
worst. It's
right?
Is it the? No, it's not. I think it's the best. But
If you trample with a colossal, you're a terrible
Some-
person.
we all know that I'm a
Trample
terrible
with
person.
the Mat 8
This is
Colossal.
not. This is not a new thing. It's just not. So anyway,
I just gotta say,
I think
video number 3.
Yep.
Everyone agrees that one's pretty toxic. It
Yeah.
could have been worse.
wait, which one?
Oh, when Frank Sleemack and I were just tried to Skype Sleemack in, couldn't watch the game, and so it was just miserable salt.
Just angry, salty
Yeah.
stuff.
The comments were
It
just,
could have been worse.
This
Yeah.
is
If we had you on there, Pete, oh good God, I think
Oh.
everything would have exploded.
I am a salty motherfucker. I will crash the internet with my saltiness.
Don't watch that video; it's actually really bad.
Okay.
I thought it was really funny.
You know, by mentioning it, people are going to go back and look at.
I know,
Look at it
and I'm
and
gonna
then-
get a
and then
bunch
promptly
more thumbs
unsubscribe.
down, and comments again.
It
And
was pretty great.
Yeah,
that
that's-
video was so salty. People's upsetness about how salty it was spread over to other channels. I was watching a video for another channel of a dude who lives in Canada, and there's some dude saying, "Great YouTubers should have turned left. You're being salty on their channel." And I go, "Wow,
Wow, that is.
So
that
from
you're
the worst
salting the
video, from the worst video I've done, I've gotten more recognition.
Right? Yeah, that was widespread. What else?
Yeah.
What else is going on here?
You're feeding here, I
You're
think?
checking your iPad for stuffs.
I am.
nobody
My-
cares what's
No,
going
the
on."
Not
internet is
iPad,
down.
You have an Android.
The internet is
My
down,
bad.
I think.
My bad.
Oh, this is when the internet crashes. You have to
The internet's
fuck around
still
with it a
down.
lot. So, so I ended up using that accretion to take out, I think, his movement on this turn. So from this point on, the Stalker is just stuck there.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny.
Yeah. Well, now it's flailing with all limbs.
That's right. It's got. My legs don't work. Yeah, it's got no. Oh, there's the proxy base. So it's got no arm and no jump.
It's lying on its
It's
side,
just-
attempting to bite anybody.
I'm
that
not
comes
going to
close it.
spoil what happens to it at the end, but it's very appropriate.
It's very sad. Very sad.
I'm running
So-
away grabbing another beer because I'm empty.
Go for it. Sweet. Grab me an Oktoberfest, would you? Yep. So today we're drinking Santa Fe Oktoberfest. I've had a couple of La Cumbre Elevated IPA.
There's also some
Yeah.
marble oatmeal stouts.
Yep, that was one of mine.
I also brought along some Java Stout that nobody's had any of. Yet. That's the operative term there. So, what else is going on? What else is going on in this
I think
turn? I use
you're
the corollary a lot this turn
Yeah.
because I had...
Oh, you're loading up for the trample. You
Right,
measured the
that's right.
trample. You loaded up with the corollary. Now you're feeding and running.
No, I moved
Mom
her.
around.
I moved Mom up so that
Yeah.
I could shoot that guy because
Yep.
I was trying my hardest to clear the
That
zone on
zone, yeah.
this turn.
Yeah.
Shoot that guy.
So I
Yeah.
shot that guy because Mom still has a range 11 POW 15 4-inch AoE, which is just fantastic. So I ran up and shot that guy, and then I think I camped one or two.
Yeah.
But I loaded up for the trample because I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
I was sure. Thank you, sir. I was sure that I was going to clear that zone and
Well,
start scoring this turn.
We
And
should note
we'll
that Saxon
we'll come
Orrik
back
is
to
still
that.
alive.
Yes, he's
What a man! What a
Yes.
he's
MVP. MVP.
Now here's why I say yep for the Santa Fe coffee stout.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there we go.
That's
Yeah.
some good stuff.
Yep.
So here I am doing a lot of I do a lot of him and a hong again in this game because I haven't played Convergence yet in Mark III.
And to be fair, I think Convergence is probably one of the better War Machine factions in Mark III.
They
Oh.
changed so little.
Yeah, Convergence is going to crush champions.
They changed very, very little
To
coming
be-
into Mark
yeah,
III.
To be honest, if we saw more people playing Convergence, you would
Yeah.
see Convergence in the top 3 of I think every single tournament because I think they're that good.
I just think
I don't
that
know
they,
about top 3 of every tournament, but
I think that they
would be
weren't
up
played
there
enough in
and-
Mark II. Did enough people have the collections?
Well, I think they're still not played enough because there's not that promise of constant release.
Exactly.
True.
I think that's a
Because
big
the
thing right
rest of
there.
everybody else gets brand new models every 6 months that are never going to
Wow.
come out. Thanks, Privateer Press.
Wow.
But
Storm Raptor.
You're not very salty at all. So my thing with Convergence right now is I like the models that we have. I like what they do. I pretty much like everything about them. But yes, I do wish they would get some more stuff. But I knew that going into it that they weren't necessarily going to get more stuff.
And that's
So-
the big thing right there. Privateer Press has never been secretive about this is not
They-
going to get regular
It's not
releases.
a regular
No.
release.
It's not
faction.
it's not a base faction. I
So-
guess you could say. It's not a main.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It
So
didn't get a
so in my
new
mind,
battle box because
I'm
of that.
actually good with. I own everything. It's cool. I'm done. They're done.
Yeah.
So,
And to be fair, they're a pretty complete faction as it is.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
They're
Absolutely.
missing things.
No.
I mean, I'd say they're
Yeah.
probably more complete factions than some of the
Yeah.
quote unquote main factions that are out there. There's
Like
some-
Cryx right now?
Like Cryx right now. Cryx
So
right now, to be fair, is missing some stuff that they probably need.
So right here, this is actually kind of terrible / funny. So the Prime Axiom missed trampling Saxon Orrik.
Yes.
So I'm dominating and controlling that zone right now. But
Saxon Orrik.
I missed Saxon Orrik with the trample. I missed him with the bomb. Did no damage with the bomb.
Oh my god.
Hit him with the second bomb. Did 3.
Yep.
So what you're
of
telling
balls.
me is you're not actually dominating or controlling.
So that's what I'm telling you is that I'm not actually dominating or controlling anything.
Yep.
Because I'm terrible. So and the other thing is right here, I blocked in my own model with the servitor movement.
And so he can't even reach the other.
So I was
main-
trying to get
yeah.
to that other Bane model.
Oh,
Then I
God.
blocked myself with the servitor.
Yep.
So derp.
Yeah.
Derp.
Well,
derp,
that's
derp.
drag is a double-edged sword if you don't have Puppet Master, because if
No, it was purely. I moved a servitor somewhere. I think I was gonna try to imperil you or something, and then later I was like, I put that directly in the path.
oh, you blocked
of
with
the-
the servitor.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
put it directly in the path of the Prime Axiom's movement, so my silver Prime couldn't move far enough to the left to get the second Bane Rider.
Well, since you are the master of tramples, could you have trampled?
I could
your
have
serv-
trampled my own thing.
The problem is you can't change your facing after the trample.
Oh,
Right.
yep,
So
yep,
you
yep.
you choose a facing, then
Yeah.
go. So
Yeah, this
here,
is-
I'm turning. I realize that, so I'm turning, and
The
I'm going to
dragon
start dragging
Arcanine.
stuff. Because with drag
Yep.
you can make
Now watch the
additional
results.
melee
There
attacks.
you go.
So he gets dragged in, he dies. So yes, I still have melee to him. He dies. It's what, dice plus 6? Or
Yep.
7.
Is it 21?
It's 21.
Yeah, it's +7. Yep. See, if you look, I just pick him up. I'm like, done.
Yeah,
Bye.
done. So then I have to. So then
Oh, and then you're a Celospike.
I think I sell spike things and do nothing.
That's a 2, yeah.
Yeah, I sell spike things and do nothing, and then I just stop. And then I think I punch a guy. I don't even know. Let's see what happens.
Oh,
Let's
yeah,
watch,
no,
folks.
you punch out the Bane Rider.
That's a
I
4.
punched
Man,
the Bane
your hits
Rider.
are
Yeah.
To be
crap.
entirely honest, that description of what your Prime Axiom just did sounds a lot like a dude's recount of a bar fight.
It was really bad.
I did
Seriously.
something, and then I did
It's
something
just-
else, and then I thought I punched somebody.
Yeah.
I don't actually know.
And then somebody
Yeah.
kicked me in the head. It was. Yeah.
Okay, so watch. The Stalker is now being molested here.
Well, that's nothing new.
Yes.
So I'm on feet turn. So the my diffuser headbutts the poor little fucker. Boosts damage and spikes on the damage and does like all but 2 boxes.
Yeah. And so all it's left with is like 1 box of Cortex.
2 boxes of Cortex.
Yeah,
That's
2 boxes.
all it had left.
Well, no,
after-
you bodge for 1 box, I think.
Oh, I bodged for 1 more box.
Yeah.
So
Is it called strip or is it still bod?
it's strip.
Strip. Okay, so
Bodge
it's
is
still,
to repair, strip
is
is
it
to
still
take away.
star action?
It's still star action.
Yeah.
But he didn't kill that stupid accretion, so he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna get you eventually.
yeah.
So that was the end of my turn.
Yep.
So here's some allocation.
Yep.
Yes, that too.
Yep.
So here's where you almost killed my Prime Axiom.
Yeah.
I actually felt pretty good about this because I had Iron Mother way on my left flank, behind a forest on a hill. So it's
Yeah.
like, even if you get line of sight to me, I'm def 17 on a hill, so you can spell me whoop-de-doo. I'm at 0. I'm not camping. I'm not camping.
Yep.
But so you could do some damage to me, but I'm not that worried in the long run.
Okay, while I'm thinking about it, speaking of Iron Mother, have any of you guys seen Alley Cat's cosplay in progress of Iron Mother?
No.
Does it look
Is it good?
It looks good so far.
Alley Cat?
She was the gal that cosplayed Jake's.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Yeah, she's
Her Jake's cosplay was super cool.
yeah,
Nice.
she's still in progress for Mom.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So here's
that thing
the-
is going to be a bitch
Oh,
to walk around
yeah.
Okay.
That's
To walk
cloak.
around in.
Because if
It's gonna be a pain to get into.
Yeah. So
if
back
you've
to the
seen,
action
all
here.
5 of her best friends.
Video,
help her,
video.
Put everything on.
I know, right?
So
Oh,
back to the
sorry.
action here.
Noah wants to get back to the action because he's chewing up my prime action.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a
No, this
video?
is a What?
Welcome to Shoot Turn.
And so here is the because of Curse of Shadows, the Desecrator here can actually charge into the back arc.
Right. And they're effective. He's effective power 18 against my armor 20, so he's dice off 2.
Yeah.
So he gets in there, starts munching on me.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I was really hoping for critical shreds here. I got Zippo.
You didn't get you did get a critical shred, but that comes much later. So spoilers there.
Were you boosting to hit or no?
No.
Oh, okay.
But because
Yeah,
he
then you
needed
can't
not
really expect
not
it.
It's like
not snakes to
No
hit.
snakes? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
So-
wouldn't boost that anyway.
I mean, you're just
Don't
going to
say
take all your
boosted,
swings,
you
especially
crit
a dice
one
off 2.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah,
Dice off
screw
2, you're
that.
just going to buy. At
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
snakes to hit, you're just going to buy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's lots of little 6 points.
Holy
Oh,
crap,
so-
we can actually see your grid.
Yeah.
So here's a lot of thing about the grid
Fancy.
thing because he's in my back arc, he gets to choose which grid
Yeah.
he wants to hit.
yeah.
So
I
he does
figured out later, you choose grid before you roll
before
damage.
rolling. It didn't really matter because even when we had him randomize grid, he always rolled
hit
left.
Yeah.
He always rolled left.
Should have turned left.
Yep.
In that
that
case-
was sitting right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Right?
Yep.
That was
There you
nice.
go.
Nice
Yes.
one.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, I chewed up my left side,
Yep.
and then he had the Bane Rider charge.
Yeah. Here comes the ghostly. No free. Well, they wouldn't have free struck anyway.
Right.
Curse of
Yeah.
Shadows,
So he
Ghostly.
gets so he gets a straight line off of that guy. He can't free strike,
Wah, wah.
because he's a
Yeah.
gunfighter anyway. I know they get
You can
free
free
strikes
strike
now.
with
but I know they do now, but
Yeah.
they didn't used to, right?
Yeah, they always could.
Oh, okay.
I
I didn't play with I didn't play with Gunfighter
Gunfighter
a lot
was
in Mark II.
weird because it was either there was one part of it that it didn't benefit from because it was either the +2 or the boosted damage specified melee.
Ah.
I think it was a similar thing with charges.
Right.
I'm gonna have to double check all those rules for Mark III to check all that stuff. But
Gotcha.
yeah, you can free strike with Gunfighter. You just got to make sure whatever bonuses or whatever specify melee
Right.
or not.
So I'm going to do this more in the future. I'm going to try to make sure that my tablet is in the line side of the camera, so you can see
Yeah,
my
that's kinda
entire
cool,
my
actually.
left
Yeah.
side is completely filled in. I've taken a fair bit of damage to the right. I think I end this turn on 13.
Yeah.
I might have to do that with my tablet too.
So I ended this turn on 13 boxes on my black Prime Axiom. I didn't feel like playing with the conflux. I honestly
Noah, you racist bastard.
I
He's
know.
taking out the black guy first.
picking on the black guy. God
Yeah.
damn, dude.
Yeah. No,
I thought we were past this, man.
Well, yeah.
As a
it's-
people.
Yeah.
Sorry. So yeah, so he chewed him up. You left him on 13. He forgot his reposition that turn.
Yeah. Well, in all fairness, you were right. The reposition. Actually, the reposition would have helped because
It would have been easier for you to get into the zone. You actually might have been able to get a charge on Chicky
Oh, what?
on mom.
on Mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
If he had repositioned to the upper right corner of the screen,
Yeah, I might have gotten the LOS.
he might have gotten LOS and gotten into Mother. We'll see that in a couple
I
minutes
just
here.
did not understand who Chicky was.
Chicky, yeah, that's Mother. So he's incorporeal this turn. Oh no, he's not incorporeal this turn. He just runs into the forest.
Yeah, I just hide in the forest. Like,
And I'm looking at this going, you're way back there. What a
Yeah.
Look, I didn't understand his whole thinking with that because I thought, honestly, I shouldn't say I read. I scanned.
Scammed?
And
I do a lot of scamming,
Yeah.
but I scanned Warwich Deneghra's feet. Shush, Riley. And I thought it was still her pulse feet. Everybody gets Shadow Mind, but now it's models in her control area currently. No, it's
Wild.
whilst
It's an
in
aura.
control area. It's an aura. Gain Shadowbind on all weapons, so you can shoot out of her control area and Shadowbind things.
Yeah.
Haha, it doesn't work on spells.
Right. But that I can
But-
see Where with a shooting list, that would be really good.
Yeah,
that's a good thing that Cryx doesn't do.
Right.
A lot of shooting.
Well, that's the whole
Is it
point
on
of this
direct
list.
hit or hit?
Oh,
or?
son of
No,
a
hit.
stupid
No, not direct.
Satyxis
It is on
gunfighter
hit.
bullshit.
Yeah,
It is
no,
on hit.
Yeah, it's just hit.
So you could drop a bunch of giant AoEs.
That
into,
unit better
Yeah.
not ever come out.
Yes.
Hey, what?
We're all getting very salty because we realize maybe Cryx has something worthwhile after all.
I know.
Too
See,
bad
right.
it's on a crap caster like Deneghra too.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
thank
God. Oh. Yeah, but that's actually the design of this list because there's a lot of AoEs here, and it's actually built kind of like a convergence list in the sense that Cryx stuff doesn't hit, right?
Right.
And so
Oh,
what
so you def debuff. I got it.
right, and so you have 2 4-inch Scathers, you have 2 Nightwretches that drop 3-inch AoEs. So if you have something high def that you really need to kill, then you drop an AoE on it, and then it's -5 if you do mark for death.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this yet, Noah, but you need Satyxis Gunslingers bad now.
Yeah.
Because, hey, 12 guns with
So
Frickin' Shadowbind.
when do those models come out?
hopefully never.
Because I mean,
Yeah.
if they're like the Indictor, never.
Indictor? Invictor.
No, people have
No,
already
the
bought.
Indictor.
Yeah.
It's Indictor?
Yeah.
Put my dick in her? What, I don't know what that,
That guy.
I thought it was an
real fast.
Invictor. I don't know what it was. Okay, anyway.
The
Invictor
Cryx Shield Guard
is a
Jack, except
retribution.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
That's it.
you mean the
It's Cryx
Inflictor?
Shield Guard.
Inflictor.
The Inflictor.
Inflictor.
Yeah, no,
Inflictor.
The
That
Inflictor
one.
is the Cryx Shield Guard,
Dang
and the
it.
Indictor is a Menoth Jack that hasn't come out
With a
yet.
Kubacock. Apparently, the Indictor.
Yeah.
I do not want to get into another Warjack sound like dildos.
Victor. Victor.
Yeah, the
It's called the
Inflictor
Indictor.
is the...
Yeah.
You're gonna have to mod one of your. So it's gotta just. Never mind.
The thing is,
All
I
right,
can't.
so-
So the model
You
hasn't
know-
come out yet.
I've still heard on Crippled Systems enough times. Every Cater Warjack sounds like a dildo. Think about it. The Juggernaut, the Behemoth, the Destroyer.
I can
Oh,
see
God.
that. The Destroyer.
The Conquest.
The Conquest. That's a good one too.
The Victor.
Is there?
Yeah,
they
yeah.
They do have a Victor.
Well,
'Cause that's
we
the
can
new
go
one.
into Signar for Old Rowdy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So at this point, my Prime Axiom, the poor black Prime Axiom on my left flank, both of its arms are crippled. It's at 13 boxes total, but still has induction node and all that stuff.
Noah, how does it feel to be sober and the only sober one here?
Oh, right? It's pretty good.
Oh, well, it's life.
He just laughs. He has nothing to say.
Yeah.
So I try to like flail around with my 2 crippled arms
Yeah.
and I actually end up doing a bunch of damage to the Jack.
Yeah, I think you hit the Desecrator twice.
Yeah, I didn't knock out its right arm though, or
Yeah.
it's saw arm.
Yeah.
Sarm.
Yeah.
So I did end up
Wow, that was a bouncy little servitor.
So that guy jumps out and then runs into base-to-base contact.
Yeah.
That guy charges. He kills stuff.
Yeah. No, that's a very sad Desecrator there.
Yeah. So
The Desecrator.
right. So
And
yeah.
Hooray sustained attack on
so my
Axiom.
right initial
Yeah.
hit and did a bunch of damage because it's dice +3.
Yep.
Uh,
And then that's the end of the Necrotech right there.
so then I squashed the Necrotech just to clear the zone because giggles.
yeah.
And then I continue smashing and then I continue using the right arm with sustained attack to take out the Desecrator.
Yep.
So then I'm controlling that zone and dominating the top zone because I walked.
Saxon finally died.
I walked Iron Mother and boosted. She has reach 2 on her Thresher, so I walked up and gacked him.
Yep. So here's my last gasp here. I'm trying desperately to finish off that Prime Axiom so I can walk my Bane Knights into combat with Mother.
It is an Indictor. That's horrible. God damn it! Riley just showed me his war room, and it's an Indictor. He indict all up in her. I mean, that's okay.
Yep. And so this is me failing to kill
And
with
that's
4
all, folks.
attacks. Yeah.
Right? Hibbity. See ya.
Yep.
Sorry, Noah.
No.
So what are we looking at right here?
So this is me filling up the Desecrator to try to
Desecrator.
just try to smack you around so I can actually get the Bane Riders into combat with Mom.
Right.
But
we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, you can watch these rolls here.
So these are. So he's not. I think he's not snakes to hit.
Yeah.
And then dice off 2.
Yes.
With this guy. So he does a bunch of damage. I don't know if. Next time I'll try to turn my tablet so you can see it better.
Yeah, and then you see that nice 1 right there. I think that was I rolled.
So there's a lot of ones there. One of these did no damage.
Yeah, no,
a bunch of them did a lot of damage.
Yeah,
honestly.
there's snakes right
so
there,
you can
but
hit like a boss and then
not much on damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the last one, and he leaves him on 2, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, dice
leaves him on
averages.
2. That was with the crit shred, so we had 5 swings.
Yeah, 5 swings.
Wow.
5 swings left him on 2.
Yeah.
So he did 12 points of damage and 5 swings at dice off 2.
Yeah.
Pretty bad damage rolls. So then he's going to try to use the Bane Riders. He's going to try to finagle a charge, but with the servitor that I put on on the side to the right of the screen, there's not really a place with avoiding the servitor's base that he can land to get the charge distance.
That little bastard servitor was the thing that stopped me.
Yeah, which is why I put him there, because I wanted to try to prevent him from getting stuff into the zone. Yep. He gets stuff into the zone anyway, but that's in about 30 seconds. So
spoilers,
right?
Yeah, maybe 15 because double speed.
Right? Maybe. No, whatever. So he does end up. So he uses both the mount attacks and the melee attacks from both main cav. So that's another 4 attacks to do the final 2. On the Prime Axiom, and he finally kills the Prime Axiom.
And that is the Axiom with Curse of Shadows on it.
That's an Axiom with Curse of Shadows. So that's it. That was it. So it took 4, and then he's like, then that Bane Cav was tired, and he fell over. So
finally,
so then I reminded you to go ahead and do your reposition into the zone.
Yeah.
So then I don't just auto win at the end of his turn.
Yep.
But then he ran Deneghra over there. So I'm still at 4 at the end of this turn. I'm still wondering why you chose to not pop feed at any point during this game.
And Deneghra looks like she's going to run backwards?
No. Oh, this is the end of the Stalker. The Stalker.
Oh, this is the end of the Stalker, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
the Stalker runs away.
Yeah, no, so the Stalker's trying to run.
Yeah. And he gets hit and crushed with a POW 7 because I spiked on damage.
Yeah, no,
and he only had one box
that
left.
Big of a spike.
He didn't. He had one box left.
No, you needed a 7 to kill.
I needed a 7 to kill.
Yeah, on 3 dice, that's not difficult. And I
so
saw 4-1, so even if he had a 6, that's not a spike.
Yeah, it's not. It's okay. No, it's not.
He died.
I feel like it's a spike every time I kill anything ever. So,
Exactly.
So then he's still running around. He's looking at where he can put Deneghra. Where?
You should place that servitor, stab at it, and move it.
And he ends up putting. I thought you were going to do something like that, but
is Deneghra
so he ends up running over there.
incorporeal?
She's incorporeal this turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Otherwise, that is a really, really bad spot.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's incorporeal right now, and all my Optifex all my Optifex but 1 are dead.
Yeah.
And so I looked at the
but you
table
won
and
on
said,
scenario anyways.
Yeah, I looked at the table and said, if I pass turn, I auto win on scenario because casters don't contest.
Yep.
So that was it. Yep. What else happened? What else was interesting about that game? What'd you take away, Noah?
Well, it was definitely not a good pairing for that particular list.
Did you bring a second list to play, or
no?
were
I
you
was going to
just
play that
no
list.
matter what. Okay.
I was going to play that because I wanted to see, no matter what I was up against, what Edeni played like.
Gotcha.
And so there were a bunch of things to test there because I wanted to see what Biles were like with her, and I wanted to see what Bane Riders were like with her. Because Bane Riders get a lot of hate, but she doesn't have any delivery.
No, she doesn't.
Right, and so the Riders were actually tough enough.
She has an arm debuff.
Yeah, but
she
that's
doesn't
not
have
delivery.
It's not delivery, but I mean they're what's it? Ghostly. Speed 7 with a 1-inch reach.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they have a decent threat range.
Yeah, I mean, Curse of Shadows on a unit is pretty solid because then you can go past whatever your opponent's screen is.
Right.
Yes.
And even if they're heavy infantry, you have an arm debuff, and then a bunch of dudes with curse, so you're pretty sure you're going to hit with charging cavalry.
Right, and they also can't stop your impact attacks.
You know what you forgot was impact attacks.
Well, there wasn't anything to impact attack.
No.
Yeah.
I could have done. Yeah. I could have gotten a servitor on the way.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, when you charged the Axiom with the Bane Riders, you could have impacted. The servitor wasn't there yet.
Yeah.
But you could have impacted the Axiom.
Yep.
Which at dice -6 might have
Oh,
done a
yeah.
couple extra points.
That's a good point. Yeah.
So you need to remember those impact attacks.
Yep.
I wasn't going to remind you because I'm an asshole.
No, actually, that's a good point. That might have done the extra 2 damage next time.
Yeah.
So next time.
That's the right mindset when you play War Machine is, okay, next time.
Yeah.
As long as you learn something from the game you just played,
right.
you're good. Win or lose, you still learn something.
Yep.
I'm a little
You
concerned
should learn something.
about your reliance on the Soul Trappers because you bring like 4 Soul Trappers to every game.
Yeah.
And
How
to
many
be fair, I've
times
only
have-
played you twice, but
Yeah.
you bring 4 Soul Trappers to those 2 games, and I mean they haven't done much.
Yeah.
They gave,
Out of the
they had
games
Sturgis up to 10.
in
I
how
thought it
many
was 12.
games?
In
Almost every game.
one
Okay,
game.
now
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So you said they gave Sturgis up to 10.
They got Sturgis up to 10.
Oh, they got
Yeah.
Sturgis up
Yeah.
to 10. Okay, how
But
many
he-
games that you've played has that actually happened?
4.
4 games you've gotten Sturgis up to 10.
Yeah. Because it was
That
Sturgis.
you actually were able to use them.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
What the
Okay.
shit?
Okay, so but
Because
this
he
is
got
Sturgis.
Sturgis
This
up
is
to 12.
Sturgis.
He got Sturgis
Yeah,
up
I
to
know.
12.
Yeah.
But he died by assassination.
Yeah,
so.
but that was because I was dumb. If I'd gone into combat and parasited rather than having to boost, I would have had enough to teleport.
But Tiberian would have been dead. That's
Yeah.
That's another game on the channel that we played.
Yeah.
I've played Noah twice in a row on this channel. We
Yeah.
did do
We
random
did dice
pairings.
off for this.
Yeah.
one,
We
so.
did do random pairings.
So
Yep.
the thing is, Sturgis has a real affinity with Soul Trappers because he gets in there and he kills stuff. And so on the same turn as he activates, the Soul Trappers still have an activation, so they funnel the souls back.
Wait, say that again?
So first turn, Soul Trappers run.
Yeah.
Second turn, Sturgis goes up. Screening stuff comes down.
Oh, okay,
Sturgis
I get it.
purges, pulls, and then it's a
Well, pulls,
slaughter.
purges.
Yeah,
Important that it's in that order.
right. And then he slaughters a bunch of stuff. And so I filled up 2 Soul Trappers on each side before.
Okay.
And so with the trick with Edeni is what I wanted to do is I wanted to have a bunch of stuff to drop Scathers on. Because the idea of this particular list is if you're running against a lot of high-def infantry, like what Matt runs. Like, I actually designed this list for Matt.
Oh, okay.
And so he always runs Strider Night Stalkers. And so they're
Strider
15,
Deathstalkers.
Strider Death Stalkers and the Strider Scouts.
He didn't
Yeah.
know what
Yeah.
army I was bringing today. I could have brought Scorn, Legion, Signar, or Convergence, and I just happened to bring Convergence because
And I mean, on the Facebook
like
chat,
Convergence.
I posted, it's like, okay, no matchups are decided. You don't even have to declare what faction you're playing right now. Bring 2 lists like an SR thing. That way nobody techs against anybody.
I was pretty sure that I was playing against Noah, which means I'm pretty sure I was playing Cryx.
well, the
which
dice
means
gods
I'm-
favored that one.
which means I'm generally bringing Convergence. And it just so happened that we did a dice off to see who plays who.
Yeah, and it turns out both of you rolled 6.
We both rolled 6.
'Cause I rolled a
Yep.
5, so
And I rolled a 3.
Yeah, so, yeah.
No.
shame whenever 5 is the low dice.
I know, right?
No. Next time I'll bring the Gore 1 or a Scar 1 list. And so
But don't look at me. You might not play me next time.
yeah.
Exactly.
Don't-
you might face the tree next time.
right?
If
Yeah.
I face the tree, ooh. Well, no, actually, Scar 1 goes in pretty well against Wormwood, I think.
You think?
You think?
I don't think anybody goes well against
no.
Wormwood.
Okay,
Fuck
so
that guy.
Viro.
So-
There's a Kador caster that gets to ignore Forest one turn. I think it's a Rusk 2. He's a solid counter against the
I
tree.
thought.
Erust-
Does
Erust
old
to-
witch still have augury?
I think so.
So
'Cause she-
Old Witch
'cause that
and
means she
Erust
ignores
2 do
Forest,
fairly
too.
decent
Yeah.
against it, but then either of the Virus.
Right. But
Yeah, either virus
Either
is
of the
bad for the
Virus
tree.
is almost the closest thing you have to a hard counter.
Yeah, but
Well, prior to Mark II Legion.
but still, the tree
We're
being
not in Mark II.
potentially, or my list, the tree
can
going to
dream.
armor 23 with 20 boxes that does D3 damage to any jack or beast that hits it. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Gedrick's got spiny growth as an adamant.
what? But the D3 is just D3.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, but
the-
if you hit
Have
the
fun with
tree-
armor 23, 20 boxes.
Armor 23 with
But
20
that's
boxes,
not a
and
big
every
deal
time
with
you
Scar
hit it,
1,
you
though.
take D6.
Armor
23
with
with Scar
how
1,
her
who-
feet has changed. Yeah. That,
+5/+5.
also, have fun seeing through forests.
Don't need to. Stalker.
Okay, so you have one model, maybe
No.
two.
No, I've
you're-
got a list with 4 Stalker.
Well, again, you're talking about POWs, even at +5/+5, you're talking about POWs 17s against armor 23. Your dice off 6.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
And
you're
you got to
right.
chew through 20 boxes.
But no, but they have blessed. But blessed doesn't count against souls. That's what I was making a mistake.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
why am I letting all the stalkers survive?
Well,
This is tree with a
They're all-
runnable arc node to stranglehold shit, so you can't jump.
Oh, that's right. They're
'Cause
Well-
he has his
Well,
meat
you can
sack.
jump, but if you
Yeah.
jump, you aren't attacking.
right because they have
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to forfeit movement or action. If you're jumping, you're forfeiting your action, so you aren't attacking the tree anyways.
You know, to be
That's
fair,
if they're
I
still
think-
alive
I
because
think
Hellmouths are
this
super easy to
debate
get
would
on
be
there.
best settled in a grudge match.
Yeah.
So maybe
We
this-
can do it.
Maybe this
Yeah.
does get played on the channel as a grudge match. We can just borrow that from who's that?
I like
who
that
does
idea,
Chain
chain
attack.
attack.
When it's basically a grudge match against Jay Larson, because
when these guys are
Yeah.
just going to sit here talking shit for the next 20 minutes and then
that's why I said that.
it's like,
Yeah.
just
I'm
go
down
ahead
for
and
that.
play the game.
And I said,
I'm
just
down for that.
do it.
We
Just
can
do
do
a
it.
grudge match.
Yep.
We'll see who wins.
Let me get my rip jaws, and we'll.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Sweet. Look up for that
Cool.
coming up soon.
Denny 1 versus...
Well,
or
I
wait,
wouldn't
no,
say
Scar
soon.
1
What's
versus...
Scar
Wormwood.
1 versus the
Scar
tree.
1 versus Wormwood.
Yes.
Dun dun dun.
I don't know if this is a heavyweight throwdown at all.
Well, it's heavy work versus a medium weight, I think. Because I think that I think that Scar 1, even in Mark II, was a medium weight, in my opinion. Because, I mean, I know she did.
No, Scar 1 was a heavyweight.
Scar 1 was a heavyweight without a doubt.
Yeah,
You saw
because
Scar
her
1
feet
in
used to
so many
affect her
tournaments.
entire
That's right.
army and
Yeah.
30 Bane Knights, 30 Mick Thralls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Whoa.
wrecked. Yeah.
Because you
I just remember the one time that Tim brought 40 infantry against Haley 2, and he lost 40 infantry in a single turn.
what a miserable
Oh.
matchup.
Yeah, it was Haley 2's theme force, so it was double.
Oh God!
It was.
so it was the infantry.
It was. No, it was. Well, yeah, it was infantry killer, but it was. What is it? It was 2 storm towers, 2 Strider battle engines, storm wall, and some other stuff.
So
well,
it's
that
just
doesn't exist anymore. So yeah.
Exactly.
Like, you're just like, I'm just gonna arc E-leaps through every.
I'm just gonna elite
Yeah.
the world. Yeah, it was awful.
The world?
Because that was the one where the Striders all started with 3 focus, basically.
Yeah. The
so they
power up
could all-
tokens or whatever
the
they
3
were.
power up tokens, so they could boost their attacks. So, and there were lightning generator, which are boostable.
And
He's still lost because of what's it called, the burrower guys. What are the burrower? Helldivers, yeah. A Helldiver got into Haley and murdered her. Off feet turn.
That's what Helldivers do, man. They just kind of don't do anything the entire game and then pop up
And then
near something important.
murder
Oh God!
something.
They're
yeah.
Helldivers got hit so bad with the change to Burrow.
Oh,
Yeah, because all
What happened to
Cryx
Burrow?
got hit hard.
what happened to Burrow?
So Burrow, you choose to start Burrowed at the beginning of the game, and now it's while you're burrowed, you can advance the marker 3 inches.
Yep.
When you pop up, you have to forfeit movement or action,
Ooh.
and you
Yep.
can't burrow again.
Ooh.
Yep.
Wait, you can never burrow a second time?
Correct.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the crap?
Yeah.
Get out of here, little pygmy burrowers.
Exactly.
Jeebus.
Well,
It's-
that is.
Oh,
GD.
it's brutal.
Oh my god.
By the way, the burrow token starts on your AD line.
Yeah.
If it had extended control like the frickin' Hellmouth,
Yeah, then it might
Yeah.
be still good.
then yeah, but no, Burrow got
But hammered.
yeah.
That's kind of that's sad for things like pig burrowers. That's really sad.
Burrowers and Helldivers, those are the only 2 models that have it.
Oh wow. In that case, fuck those two things.
I know, right?
Yeah,
I mean, if it's only those two
yeah.
things.
So
Well,
there's the
didn't-
paragraph.
Doesn't Bathroom have it?
No, Bathroom has dig in and countercharge.
Oh, okay. Well, doesn't
but dig in.
dig in?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait.
No, I've got the Helldiver so you can read the burrow.
No,
rule.
I'm reading
But-
it.
Yeah, dig
Blah blah
in
blah
is
blah 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 blah. That's gonna make for some great recording.
yeah, especially now that we're done the commentary. So this is actually the camera flipped around on us.
All right, so beginning of any maintenance phase, you can
Oh, that's fun. It is.
you can cause this model to surface or move the burrower 3 inches, and it only moves 3 inches while burrowed.
Yeah.
Oh! Once this model has been placed or removed from play, remove the burrow token. Oh, yeah, God.
Wait. But one thing. Does
No,
it,
they can reburrow, but only during maintenance phase.
They can reburrow?
No, I don't think
I
so.
Yeah, I thought they took that out of
Oh,
there.
no, yeah, dude, you're right. It's
Well,
only
but here's
surface
the-
or move the burrow.
Well, no,
marker.
I think they
Yeah.
might have broken
Oh.
the game here, though, because
They
they
know.
can
How did that
contest.
break the game?
Well,
Can they contest?
No, the marker
No.
is not a model.
the marker's
marker's
not a
not a
model,
model?
so they
Okay.
don't
Yeah.
contest. No.
Uh,
so- yeah, so you
yeah.
can't. Yeah, no, it just sits there and does
I just
nothing.
want to say the noises that were coming out of Pete's mouth while reading that paragraph.
They were,
He looked like
thing
he
of
was
beauty?
saying something incredibly disgusting and like a crime against humanity when
Yeah.
really it's just Cryx getting what they deserve.
Yeah, fuck those
Yeah.
guys.
Accurate enough.
I completely agree, because my buddy in Mark II, he only played the power, the Tim Wilson. He's over in the UK now, but he only played the power stuff. Like, no matter what faction he played, he only played the power stuff.
Yeah.
And-
Meanwhile, I have 2 Helldivers and I have no idea how I'm actually
Yeah,
going to
so
sell
he
them.
would be very sad.
I'll buy them. How much you? Depending on how much you sell them for.
I'll have to look up their MSRP.
Yeah.
Should have turned left, where we diverged to discussing about buying and selling each other's models on the video.
Yes. Well,
That's good times.
Yeah.
Hey,
It-
fucking comment. I'll sell you some shit. Whatever.
And teaser for next week, it's going to be the first time we have somebody from out of town actually on the channel.
Bum bum
Oh.
bum.
who's this?
Who's
Yeah.
coming from out of town?
It's a guy from Clovis. And
Oh. Well,
so it's Clovis, New Mexico. It's still the same state, but
it's still out in the
the
desert.
the
but-
format I've got is so simple enough. If you ever find yourself in Albuquerque, come over and by all means, we'll have fun.
Absolutely. Anywhere in New Mexico. Get down here.
If you just make it to Albuquerque from anywhere, who cares?
Yeah, fair enough. So one of these days we'll try to hit the road, but whatever.
Yeah.
So anybody got any other tangents do we want to go off on?
I'd say I'm good.
It's our time.
I have wood for the wood.
Wood for the wood. That's
Yeah.
kind of gross.
Do you,
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
We're all sitting pretty close together today, so we don't need
Yeah.
we don't need to know about your wood, bro.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
No problem.
So I'm gonna continue the trend of trying to bring stuff that I've only played once or twice in Mark III. So the last 2 times on your channel, I played.
Are the games you played over here the only games you played in Mark III?
No, I played maybe 10 total.
Oh, okay.
So the last 3 games that I've played on the channel have been with Signar, Scorn, and Convergence, all of which have been my first game with that faction in Mark III.
Yeah. Nice.
Actually, Pete, would you play your dual Axiom list against an E-Gaspy list?
I'll play my dual Axiom list against pretty much anything.
Okay, so I challenge you.
Unless
to
you
Wait,
specifically...
are you trying to get a second grudge match going?
Yeah.
Unless you...
I am a man of
all
grudges.
about the grudge match,
Yes.
buddy.
Wow.
We have a Scar 1 versus the Tree grudge match.
Yes.
And now we have an Iron Mother double Axiom list against Gaspy 1, you said?
E-Gaspy.
Gaspy.
Gaspy 2.
Gaspy 2
Right.
grudge match.
Because
Ladies and
everyone
gentlemen,
says
get ready for
E-Gaspy
this.
is complete crap in the new edition.
I'd
And
still
so-
probably do it. And, I mean...
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I
I'd
don't even know what
still do
Gaspy
it.
2 does anymore.
Absolutely.
They
I don't know
randomized
either.
his feet.
E-Gasp?
So it's D6 plus
the
3
crap?
for Spectral Legion.
It's a bad joke.
And they
So
also...
what? D3 plus 3?
D6 plus 3.
D6 plus 3. Oh, interesting. So you can
not
get
bad at all.
anywhere from 4 to 9
It used to
models,
be
though.
10
That's
though.
pretty...
That is.
It used to be a flat 10.
Yeah.
And
Wait,
then they...
Gaspy 2.
Yeah,
Oh.
Like Lord.
God, he got hit hard.
Oh, yeah.
Enjoy your cloud.
Yeah,
Singular.
no, he can't
It's an
spam clouds.
upkeep.
It's an upkeep now.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's an upkeep now.
Yeah.
So you can't drop like 7 2-cost
No.
clouds. So yeah, that's pretty bad. But no, I mean, here's the thing: I'll drop Convergence into anybody, but if you give me a 2-caster pairing, I'm probably playing either Mommy Daddy, because they're still both really good. Because even though Father Lucant dropped Purification, he got.
Oh God, you would play Mom against this any day, anyways.
Yeah, no.
No Excarnate.
Well, he's got Excarnate.
Anyway,
Yeah,
so
who
he can't
cares?
activate anymore. Yeah.
Enemy war. Well,
So
living enemy warrior model. That's none of Convergence.
Yeah.
Pretty
But
much.
you're not going to be casting Excarnate with Egaspy anyway unless you're filling up on souls.
I had a point, but
Yeah.
This
Sorry.
should have turned
I just
left.
looked
We don't-
Gatsby
we
up
don't
and went,
let
yeah,
people
no,
talk
Mom
right.
into this. Just
so anyway, the Lucan lost Purification, but he gained discontinuity.
His feat is
No, he's got
or
an
no,
anti-upkeep
he's
spell.
got this.
He's got a
he's
spell
the
called
spell that gets
Discontinuity.
dispel.
So
Which is
models,
essentially purification.
If
no,
No,
it's
it's like-
models in his control area. Melee weapons gain dispel.
Oh, is it only melee?
Yeah, it turns him into blood hags.
Yeah, so it's not nearly as good, but I'll still take it. I mean,
Yeah. Well, I think they
I'm
did.
still I'm still probably going to be fielding Lucant with double 2 full units of eliminators. So a bunch of dudes that are mat 9 with
Nope.
side
Oh no, it does specify melee.
It does specify melee.
That sucks.
Told you I read it. So anyway,
Beer made me miss a word.
fair enough. We good?
Holy shit, he's got 21 boxes.
Yep.
Yeah, he's
At arm
beefy.
17.
14, 17,
Good
21
God.
boxes.
Yep.
The Convergence casters, they're beefy, dude. Well, they're not beefy. They're scrappy.
Oh god.
Oh,
So,
yep.
I think we're good there.
Good way to end it.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so
Okay.
please like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys next time.
Adios. And I just heard Wiley behind me go, well. And I turned around, and Pete goes, I just did 15 points of damage to Scar with 1 shot. And I go,
Yeah.